Hey everyone, back again. My name is Rollo Lutz, and I'm back with
Micheal Dine.
and we're here to talk about user engagement and how we use virtual Bluetooth in order to differentiate ourselves from our competition. So Michael, why don't we start off with the simplest question possible? What is virtual Bluetooth technology?
Simple. Okay, I could do that one. That's easy. So, it was like back in 2016, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a history thing here, when Bluetooth low energy really kind of became a thing. And the fellows at Mist, when they were developing their products, saw this as a way to engage with people outside of traditional networking technologies. So it's a way of communication. You know, your phones have it. Actually, you'd be surprised at the number of devices inside your house that actually have BLE either turned on or at least it supports it. And what we do is we take that and turn that into a whole series of different services. So our access points have a 16 element array that's built into them that allows us to do a bunch of things, not only just communicate, but when we talk about things like location services, that uses Bluetooth low energy. If you've ever had a message pushed to your phone inside a store, that could also be through BLE in order to get you that type of message. So it's one of our 5 pillars that we talk about, like I've said before, about client visibility, about AI ops. It's about microservices and APIs. Well, Bluetooth technology is one of those 5 pillars because it is different than everybody else out there and how we use it and how we deploy it inside our products and solutions.
Exactly. And virtual Bluetooth technology, vBLE with low energy, builds on top of that Bluetooth technology. And with the patented technology that you were talking about with Mist, we're able to do indoor-based service locations at a rather extraordinary rate. Using a unique RF signal, this energy directs it in multiple directions, and eliminating, what most people nowadays would refer to as those small little beacons that you'd have to put on the walls and such, using your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth instead. So using this technology, it reduces the amount of cost you have to buy for more beacons, as well as it allows you to have more data gathered by those virtual beacons and allowing the Marvis engine, the AI, the ML to calculate more of those device mobile locations to a high degree. It's a way of saving some money while also delivering a more accurate real-time location for your customers. And so we're not only talking about engaging more, we're talking about being more accurate, and we're also talking about scalable.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think you mentioned this, which is, because it's built in, the other way to do this is to actually go out and buy physical beacons, deploy them in your location. You have to put them at a certain location. You have to calibrate them. And then you got to go replace batteries every so many years. And that becomes that's part of that hidden cost thing. It's like all the administrative stuff that you need to do for that. With our solution, why it's different is because it's built into the access points. There's no battery required for it to work. And you use the word virtual, which allows us, because think of it as, you use some sort of mapping device for your car. You want to go to, your favorite, hair salon, as it may be, and you want to find how you get there. You put it in, it tells you left, right, that kind of thing. That's what we deliver with that. But beyond that, it's also creating virtual beacons. So we can actually put down on a map where a beacon would exist. It's virtual. And then we can actually use that as a way to measure engagement or actually do engagement with customers. So for example, like you pull them to a gas station and you're getting your gas and they've got those TVs there. But also imagine this, it's like they push a message to your phone to say, hey, Rollo, come on in and get a twofer on coffee or tea or whatever it happens to be, because they want you to come into the store. They want you to, buy their products so that they can increase revenue. So this is going on just beyond like, hey, I'm installing a network and it works. This is actually your network is working for you. You're actually demanding more from your network.
Exactly. Now, I would also say, I like to throw in there, what are some of the problems that vBLE overcomes and kind of eliminates? So let's talk about eliminating comprehensive and overcomplicated site surveys and locations where you may have poor performance and having to install multiple different type of beacons. You eliminate that, being able to change almost any physical location since it's a virtual beacon. High deployment costs. You're going to have many different beacons if you're going to go into a different adequate coverage rate for the site. We're able to do that pretty quickly and at low cost. Battery maintenance is a problematic, even though battery life itself has gotten better, it's not the point where you can just leave it alone for months on end. There will be times you have to come a replacement. Physical beacons also lack the IP addresses. So this can be a very problematic when you're talking about finding it on the network, as well as being able to manage it remotely. Aesthetics. I know it might sound very cliche, but does everyone just want to have a battery powered glued beacon to their side of the wall? It doesn't really look as appealing. And so, it doesn't actually work as well for hotels, museums, and other people who require that type of aesthetic. And then finally, the risk of theft or damage. I mean, as close as it may seem, a physical beacon on top can be destroyed, can be taken, can be damaged, and it will create another magic problem you have to deal with.
Yeah, and as soon as you do that, that creates inaccurate information because that beacon is no longer there, or maybe it's not working anymore. So what's the value in it? The idea here is, for us, it's built into our premium access points. So you get it, you put it up in the ceiling, and it starts working for you. It's not an external wrap around your access point. So it's like another piece that you have to buy, which then you have to manage separately. Not like those physical beacons that you have put out there. Again, it's an overlay solution that you have to manage this. This is all done through one management portal. It's all based on that open APIs. So now that you can use APIs to go and collect that information. Let's talk about some use cases for a minute regarding Bluetooth Low Energy. Like, where would we use it, and what would be the business outcome for a particular organization? Why don't we talk about things like retail stores? How would they take advantage of that?
If you're talking about a retail store and how they would use a vBLE as a way of introducing a new experience, it's easy as using it as a mobile device to be able to experience your indoor experience better. So whether it be to figure out where a certain item is, or maybe understand where the user experience is going from a data collection understanding, all these type of things to be able to make sure you understand what's going on better in your store, as well as helping the customer find their location as well as where the products are. What do you have to say, Michael?
Yeah, I think that's a great example where you can walk in and be instantly greeted and be pushed the weekly flyer, or here are the coupons. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, this is what I need. And it's on my phone. I can just press a button. How do I get there? So, because I think you've heard me say before in my house, it's like, if I'm looking for something and it's not right up front, I don't get it. Looking at my phone and saying, where is that particular thing that I want to buy? And it gives me left and right hand turns till I get to where I want to go. And I can then pick it up and I can, pay for it, and I'm on my way. So I can be an efficient shopper. But as I'm walking into the store, I may be buying, I can't tell you how many times you go into the store and you're buying one thing, say a grocery store, and you need lettuce and you forgot to get lettuce, or maybe it's on sale. It's like there's a reminder there, or I could have a shopping list to say, here it is, and I can wayfind each of those things that are on my shopping list. So, and that's all leveraging Bluetooth technologies. We could also talk about things like commercial applications and OSHA compliance, where how do you leave buildings in a safe manner, or in the times of COVID, we were able to create a brand new set of features of contact and tracing without having to do any heavy lifting for our customers. It was there, and now you can leverage that type of technology. It's just, where are the hot spots in my office? Where is everybody? Those types of things. So there's a number of use cases. What about hospitals, Rollo? You want to talk about some use cases there?
Yeah, so that would also include our user engagement feature, which is based around tracking people down to a minute detail and being able to activate, trigger, whatever word you want to use for like HVAC security cameras and other IoT devices. So if you're dealing with somewhere like some of our use cases are in the VA hospital, if you have a IoT little device on top of a wheelchair or any type of walking material that patients may use, you can be able to track where they are and be able to, let's say, shut down certain areas that they cannot go into, maybe because it's maybe off limits to them, or maybe it's just them trying to figure out their way around the building. That is very much one of those things where you got to narrow down their usability and be able to also track where they are as well. So it's a great use case for those type of situations.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to say that, the Blue technology APIs may be our underpinning architecture that makes everything work, but the location services and Bluetooth low energy and our virtual beacons, that is a really cool feature that we have because, again, I keep saying this, it's almost a limitless the number of use cases that you can come up with. I've seen cases where companies want to bring people in to buy the Sunday paper when they show up to get gasoline or whatever it happens to be, or you're walking past a store and it's like, come on into the store as you pass by the entrance and we've got this on sale. Or you show up at the office and you can be greeted and it's like, please check in, and you check in
and tell you where to go, tell you where the meetings are, tell you how to get there. Very important things when you're in a brand new office that you don't know about. Sharing your location with colleagues, family, friends, and being able to figure out, hey, this is the direct way to go to the meeting rooms. How many times have you gotten lost in a building you've never been to and you can't find the meeting room, right? It'd be if they had that device on their hand to be able to track, like a maps for your own building at that point.
Yeah, well, dude, I'll tell you, there was one city that I lived in. It was a very particular building. They made it symmetrical. And it was the east and west were separated from each other. So if you got off on the wrong side and you're looking for somebody, I can't tell you how many times I did that. It's like, where are you? I'm on the 5th floor. Like, where's your desk? And it's like, what side of the building are you? So, crap. And then I had to get back on the elevator and get back on again. Having those types of tools to be able to, give me those turn by turn to be able to tell me where to go would have saved me so much time.
And I would also just to throw out there that when we talk about vBLE, we're not just talking about just the users itself, the people who are implementing this. You're going to be using Juniper's APs to be able to collect all that data and analyze it in real time. So all those mobile devices that are going to be in your area, you're going to be able to locate the accurate, where they were. And then you're going to also be able to eliminate, the need time to be manual and consuming the site data and calibrations. It's going to take away all those extra steps, as well as if you're a brand new customer looking to maybe develop a new programmable SDK. So this is a software development kit, and you want to be able to use the Juniper vBLE as a way of tracking people. You can do this within our open APIs infrastructure for fully automated integration pieces with complementary products. So it allows us to be, open to everyone and also to whatever situation you may be in. We're not closing everything off. We're making it available to everyone.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you for taking your time to expand your Juniper knowledge with us. Hopefully you learned something more about vBLE and our user engagement tools for indoor services.
Thank you for joining. We appreciate the time that you've taken today to listen to us, and we hope to catch you on the next one.
Remember, demand more from your networks.
That's right.